welcome back to the world of tomorrow. And by that I of course mean welcome back to the Futurama recap review. Hello, my name is Pleeps. And if this is your first time here, this is the show where I recap and review Futurama. Good, glad we got that straight. Tonight we're talking about the episode Fear of the Bot Planet. I think I got that right. So, let's recap. Bender is upset about the way robots are treated. He wishes they were treated better, and meanwhile the crew get a package to Chapek 9, a world where humans are killed on sight. Because of this, Bender has to do the delivery himself. Unfortunately, they found out he works with humans, prompting Fry and Leela to go on a rescue mission in disguise as robots. As they search for Bender around the planet, they are eventually discovered, unfortunately prompting them to attempt to escape. They are actually able to do this, but then the human hunt begins. And it seems Bender has become a human hunting icon. After Bender tells them he's not coming back with them, then other robots show up and capture them. And they are brought before the Council of Robot Elders. No, I'm sorry. The
Incompetent Robot Elders.
And these
Incompetent Robot Elders
ask Bender to kill them, which Bender can't do. Can't bring himself to do. The
Incompetent Robot Elders
then admit that they know humans aren't a threat, but need to cover up for other societal problems like
Incompetent Robot Elders.
The crew managed to escape by delivering the package of
lug nuts! Precious lug nuts!
Then they celebrate a made-up holiday with Bender. Honestly, after the last episode, this is a breath of fresh air. This episode is actually really good. There were so many moments where I found myself chuckling. I won't say this is one of my favorite episodes of all time. We'll get to that when we get to it. And there are many candidates, don't you worry. But this is a really good one. The stuff is happening basically the entire time, and none of it is stuff that makes me inherently uncomfortable, which, again, after the last episode, is a huge plus. But more importantly than that, it's funny. The ridiculous concept that is this episode is genuinely funny and lighthearted, for the most part. I know we're talking human killing, but still, I stand by what I said. None of this episode is taking itself too seriously. Not that Futurama episodes can't take themselves seriously. They can. And we will get to some good examples of that further down the line. Admittedly, much further down the line. But a show like Futurama, you need to establish yourself some credibility before you can really do that. And this episode absolutely contributes to that. Honestly, there isn't too much to say about this one other than it's a good episode, it's solid. A lot's happening. We're always moving from scene to scene. It goes at a good pace. So, we'll just move on to the comedy awards. Naturally, being a good episode that is made good by being funny, there are a lot to choose from. I had several wrote down, so I'm just going to pick 3 to show, one of which being the winner. So first...
Hey, I'm starting to get the hang of this game. The blurns are loaded, the count's 3 blurns and 2 anti-blurns, and the infield blurn rule is in effect, right?
Except for the word blurn, that was complete gibberish.
Then...
Little to the right, there you go.
Have you seen this robot?
Sorry, can't help you. Hey, watch it! Don't drop that there! Oh.
And finally,
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Just some funny scenes, but that's the one that I think takes the cake. I'll be honest, nothing in this episode had me going, laughing out loud, but, you know, a chuckle a minute is a good measure, I'd say. Well, that is it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like. If you'd like to see more like it, do subscribe. But, more importantly than that, have a good night, and see you in the world of tomorrow! Oh! Sorry. Yep, right, you're still here. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. I want to talk today about Bender. And don't get me wrong, every character in this series will have a chance to get these really in-depth, deep dives into their character. I'm always just waiting for the perfect episode. Always. And I think today is a good day to really look at Bender. So, Bender is a great character. No questions to even ask. But there, like any character in this show, is some very serious inconsistencies in Bender's character. And I would say he suffers that more than anyone else. I'm not just talking about a Flanderization that happens as the show goes on. I'm more talking about episode to episode. They can't seem to ever agree on how evil Bender is. I'm serious. It seems to be a matter of contention. In this episode, for example, Bender is a vindictive asshole, but still cares about the people around him. But in another episode that might come soon after or soon before, Bender is a homicidal maniac who will kill all humans. In another episode, he's a petty thief. In another one, he's just a pathetic man-child. Again, this isn't inherently a problem by itself. One could argue these are all accurate facets. It's just that it comes harder to cement him as a character when those qualities are so fluid. It's more a problem with the genre of show Futurama is half the time. And we'll talk about what it is the other time. Half the time, we will. And I know exactly when I will. But right now, Futurama, the series we're watching right now, first season, it is fully cemented in that first idea. It is a sitcom. It's every episode is a bottle. Which is fine, but sometimes you want more. Now, for realsies this time, have a good night.